Hey there, welcome back to Fact Pop. Today we've got 5 strange facts about animals you won't believe. Let's pop some facts. At number 5, we have the immortal jellyfish. Okay, so this one isn't really an animal, more like a little critter. The immortal jellyfish lives up to its name by being able to reset itself by reverting back to its polyp stage. This allows it to technically live forever. And just to show how cool this is, the Turritopsis dohernii is only about the size of a sesame seed. These little guys are found in the oceans of the Atlantic and Mediterranean. They were first discovered in 1880, but it wasn't until 2008 that they were documented reverting back to their polyp stage in the wild. So even though scientists had known about them for decades, they weren't sure if they were actually doing that whole immortal thing or not. It was also debated whether they could go through that process more than once. Well, in 2010, researchers observed what they called transdifferentiation, basically one cell turning into another. By watching this happen under a microscope, they realized that the immortal jellyfish could literally turn back time and become younger. The immortal jellyfish does this by changing its proteins, which then changes the way its DNA works. One day it just decides to revert back to its polyp stage and essentially be born again. But here's where things get kind of gross. After a mature immortal jellyfish reverts back to a polyp, it uses its tentacles to reproduce asexually and makes clones of itself over and over again. So that's definitely one way to ensure the survival of your species. Let me know in the comments if you would want to live forever by cloning yourself. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all of our animal facts. Number 4 brings us the axolotl. If you've ever wondered why the axolotl looks so goofy, it's because it's actually a larval salamander. This means it has kept most of its larval features as it's grown, such as its external gills. Although they can grow up to 6 inches in length, most axolotls sold as pets are dwarf varieties that max out at about 2 inches long. Axolotls are neotenic, which means they retain their larval characteristics throughout adulthood. This is due to a slowed metabolism caused by their environment in the lakes of Xochimilco in Mexico, where they live. Normally, when an axolotl reaches sexual maturity, it goes through metamorphosis and becomes a land-dwelling animal. But the water in the lakes where they live doesn't have the right conditions to trigger metamorphosis, so they just stay little weirdos their whole lives. Axolotls are famous for being able to regrow entire body parts, including their heart, spinal cord, and even parts of their brain. So if you lost a finger in a freak gardening accident, say, you could probably grow it back. Not so fast. While an axolotl can regenerate its limb without an issue, the human body has the ability to heal, but it can't exactly grow new fingers. However, there are a lot of similarities between human and axolotl regeneration, which is good news for us. We're pretty much just a bunch of hairless, slow-moving axolotls who can't regenerate our fingers. So if we can figure out what these little guys are doing differently, we could possibly unlock the secret to human regeneration. Number 3 brings us the pistol shrimp. The pistol shrimp may look cute, but it packs a serious punch. The impact of this little guy's punch generates so much force that it actually boils the water around it. These tiny crustaceans are only about an inch long and live in burrows. They dig themselves in coral reefs and rocky areas. They use their giant claws to stun their prey before eating it. But what's crazy is that the cavitation bubble created by the shrimp's punch causes the surrounding water to reach 300 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to scald a human. In fact, the bubbles generated by the pistol shrimp's punch are so powerful that it can kill fish twice its size. That's kind of like if someone punched you and sent a bubble twice your size flying towards you. I'm telling you, never mess with a pistol shrimp. I don't care how small you think you are. There's always something out there that wants to eat you. Like this shrimp can destroy you with its superpowered punches. Number 2 brings us the sloth. Most people are aware that sloths hang out in trees and move extremely slowly, but did you know that sloths can also hold their breath underwater for 40 minutes? That's almost 2 times longer than a bottlenose dolphin. Dolphins are mammals and need to surface from time to time to take in air. However, sloths are reptiles and don't need air to breathe underwater. They extract oxygen from the water through their skin, allowing them to stay submerged for long periods of time. So not only are sloths better swimmers than you thought, but they can also outlast dolphins at their own game. One theory for why sloths developed this ability is to avoid aquatic predators while they're in the water. They usually move very slowly, so it makes sense that they would want to find a way to protect themselves. Some scientists also believe that the sloth's low metabolic rate helps them conserve oxygen while underwater. But still, 40 minutes is a long time to hold your breath. Maybe I should try it sometime, then again I'd probably just end up drowning. Number 1 brings us the cow. Cows are usually seen as simple grazing animals, but did you know that they have best friends and experience separation anxiety when they're taken away from them? Researchers conducted a study in which they separated some cows from their best friends and observed their behavior. It turns out that cows can suffer from separation anxiety, just like humans. In the experiment, the cows were separated from their friends and then reunited after some time. The cows that were reunited showed signs of relief, such as eating more and being more active. On the other hand, the cows that were separated for longer periods of time became lethargic and suffered a loss of appetite. It turns out that our bovine friends are a lot more complex than we thought. They form strong bonds with their favorite cows and experience stress when they're separated. Scientists even went as far as to say that they have companion preferences, meaning some cows prefer to be around certain cows rather than others. They also found that cows will choose to be with their favorite cows over food. So it seems that friendship is a lot more important to cows than I thought. Now, Fact Pop, it's time to hear from you. Which one of these facts surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe for more fun facts. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.